What up, world? This is the GoalNet recording live here from outside of Chicago. Happy today to be giving you a deep dive video on the 2020 Bauer Ultrasonic Stick. This is Bauer's top end price point and falls in the Supreme family. One of the things that is new for 2020 is that Bauer is calling the top end price point Goal Stick Ultrasonic, and the 3S Pro is the second price point stick. This is a little bit different than the last couple years with the 1S Pro and the 2S Pro. So if you were a 2S Pro user, the Ultrasonic is the upgraded stick for you here in 2020. So one other thing to note is that this video is not a review. This is just the deep dive explaining what this stick is. I will follow up with a review comparing this to the Bauer Vapor 2X Pro, and then also just an overall stick review for this product. One thing that's great when it comes to the Bauer product is that, can't say I've used them all, but I have used a ton of them. Got on the composite train with Bauer back in the Supreme NXG days. And to me, that was the first stick that took a leap forward where it just felt great. I don't know that I'd say it really felt like a foam core, but it just felt great. And it was the first composite to me that felt great. I said it about 3 times because that stick was all about feel. Then 1S was the first stick that was crazy lightweight. Used the NXG a ton. Great durability on that, had awesome luck as well with the 1S. To me, the thing that stood out about the 1S Pro was how crazy light it was. So those 2 years, or those 2 releases in back-to-back time frame, were both huge step forwards, in my opinion, for Bauer. And then the 2S Pro as well was a huge step forward with the Ergo Spine. My 2S Pro stick was a Pro stock I bought off Justin Fazio, and he had a round toe and a steep shoulder option. So if you're not familiar with that, these shoulders come way down like that. And I didn't really care for that option. So used that stick a bit, appreciated the technological advances there, but didn't really use that stick enough to form an opinion on it other than it's incredibly light. And then I've been using the 2X Pro, and that thing's been great. So to me, Bauer is the market leader. They are the influencer to the other brands in the goal stick category. And for me, doing a Bauer stick review and creating content is something I'm extremely comfortable doing as well, because I've used their product, and I use other sticks as well too, but I've used almost every generation of Bauer product since the NXG. The only one I skipped was the 1X Pro. So know the sticks very well, and hopefully can create some great content with you as well. And hopefully everybody as well can really appreciate how long I've been doing this around Bauer sticks and really gets a lot out of the videos to come. So if we take a look at the back side of the paddle, this is Bauer's proprietary Ergo Spine technology. And as you'll notice here on the graphic, this says Ergo Spine Plus. Bauer has updated the Ergo Spine versus the 2S Pro. Unfortunately, I don't still have my 2S Pro hanging around, so I can't do a side-by-side video clip. But in summary, the spine got a little bit longer here in the meat of it, and then these triangular cutouts are deeper and longer. And both of these things were designed with 2 goals in mind: to further reduce the weight of this stick, and also to increase the overall durability of this stick. So here we're just gonna zoom in as well and check out the Ergo Spine. So if you've never seen one of these in person, there's literally a recess on this stick. You can see I'm getting my finger in there, and it is taller than that. And you can see how thin the paddle is, which is one of the ways Bauer is able to achieve this lightweight. And then you can see there's kind of that rolled edge. So it almost looked like there's a shaft going through the middle of the backside of the paddle. And then if we look at it from the front, it's got Bauer's flat paddle technology that, gosh, I think has been on everything maybe going back to the Bauer Vapor 20. It's not on the current Vapor product, but it's been on all the Supreme sticks and maybe even like the Reactor 6000, but I'd really have to go back, do some Google image searches and confirm that. But this is a technology, just to kind of put that in context with where I was going, that Bauer has used for, gosh, maybe 10 years plus and had really good luck with it. So the point of this flat paddle is to get really good rebound control. In my opinion, it's not going to be that rounded contoured shape. It's going to be a nice flat shape. And as you can see, it almost looks like it twists going into the blade and up toward the handle. And then here you can see we have the Bauer Grip in this area, which is a two-fold style grip. You can see that there's almost like little bird feet. So that's going to be a tactile grip that you can feel. And then there's also the grip coating as well. So I'm a huge fan of this on sticks, and I won't use a composite without it. And basically the main reason is that, like most goalies, I like a little extra grip here, but I don't necessarily need the feel of tape. And I love the grip because it gives you that extra security on the paddle, but you don't need to use the tape. Avoiding the tape significantly increases the life of your blocker palms. So anybody that wears out palms quickly and puts a big tape grip on your stick, I definitely consider maybe skipping that next time you get a new blocker and seeing how it works out for you. So if we'll, I guess, focus in on the shaft next, which is one of the new areas as well on this stick. So once we get past the control zone and the grip tech, and we go up to the shaft here, the shaft has Bauer's 3K carbon construction, which is supposed to greatly increase the durability of the stick without adding any extra weight to it as well. And if we just take a look at the shaft, pretty standard, no crazy geometries. Again, the grip tack stops right around the word Supreme. You can kind of see it's a little bit glossy there, and then it mats out. And then on the back of the shaft here as well, highlights all of the technology. So again, the 3K carbon, as well the Ergo Spine, and then we haven't touched on the Techstream or the ACL yet. So talking about the Techstream, this is Bauer's large square weave, looks like a large checkerboard pattern. This debuted on the 1S and went away from the Inegra, which was used on the NXG and the R6000, and can't remember if any models before that. But if for anybody that held a 1S, that was the first goalie stick I remember picking up and being like, holy shit, this thing is significantly lighter than anything else on the market. And Bauer's kept with the Techstream there. What's new for 2020, if you haven't picked up on it, is that via my Bauer, you can customize the stick. So I went with full red Techstream. This is something that we've seen in the NHL and the CHL and NCAA for at least the last year, if not 18 months, but has not been available to your standard civilian goalie, available via retail, and it is now. So via the customizer, you can pick your color of your blade. You can pick the color of the spine. So I did the gold, and then you can do the color of the shaft here as well. I went with red again, and I almost did black, but as you can see, kind of get some black and gray accents. So kind of went with the TGN colorway of red, gold, and black really well with this. So if you haven't played with it, check it out. One of the other cool features you can do with the My Bauer is customize the curve. P31, I believe, is the only thing that is standard at retail with Bauer. This is a P34, which is a curve that I'm a huge fan of. As I mentioned a little bit earlier in the video, had that on the 2X Pro, as well as a 25-inch paddle. So be able to do a really good apples to apples comparison. But I've used this paddle for basically the last year. And know I really enjoy this paddle size and this blade pattern. So really excited to get this out on the ice. So again, red, color overlay on the Techstream is a new feature for 2020. You can also get black, blue, green, and again, all the options you can play with via Bauer's customizer on their website. The other thing on this stick as well is the ACL, which is one of the technologies that came out of Bauer's advanced division, which does all of the crazy player sticks like the hexagon shaft or the one with the hole in the blade last year. And ACL stands for advanced carbon layering. So this is a technology designed to make the sticks more durable and lightweight. So it's great to hear that this technology has been ported over to the goalie stick. I hope that, that keeps with the good luck with the durability I've had with the Bauer sticks. And I can say the weight is phenomenal on this stick. I mean, it feels significantly lighter without going side to side at the moment, but definitely feels way lighter than the 2X Pro. And I would believe, I don't have the spec in front of me, but I would guess it's at least 5-10% lighter than the 2S Pro, which was by far and away the latest goalie stick on the market when that came out. So yeah, we've gone through new color options with my Bauer, ACL layering, 3K carbon on the shaft, the improved Ergo Spine Plus. And I think the only other thing left to do in this video is throw this thing on the scale and just get an idea of exactly where the weight comes in at. All right, so first we are going to measure this in grams. And as you can see, this is coming in at 635 grams. And again, this is a 25-inch Senior Pro stick. And this actually reminding me too, this kind of shows off the balance, but I got an idea how I can do that for you differently in just a second. And next, I will zero out the scale and show you the same thing in pounds. All right, and now we have this set in pounds. And coming in at exactly 1.4 pounds. So that is insane. The stick is under 1.5 pounds. The technology in this thing is crazy. Cannot wait to get this back on the ice. And fortunately, again, if you're watching this video at a later date, coronavirus, the pandemic is still going on. Ice time's been at a bit of a premium, but should be going back into regular skating next week. So please make sure to check back to the Instagram page, which is at the Goalnet, or thegoalnet.com for future updates on how things are going with this stick. And one thing too, the last video just made me think about, which is one of the issues I didn't mention earlier, which is the weight reduction. A lot of the weight reduction inside of just making something that's more comfortable to hold in your hand while you're playing should make your blocker lighter, less weight holding you down when you go to snap up, try and rob somebody going top cheese. It's also just the overall balance point of the stick. When we remove weight out of the stick, it's gonna bring different balance. So even with the Ergo Spine, which starts right about here, you can see this is on a salad dressing bottle that is probably about 6 inches tall. The stick balances perfectly, almost exactly near the dead center of the stick. And I'll make sure to do the same comparison when doing the 2X Pro in the follow-up video. And sorry if you're getting a little side action in there. Got the Christmas tree still up as well. But yeah, so as I mentioned, technology is what you are going to get in this stick. Second generation Ergo Spine Plus, while most other manufacturers have still not really done their first. I think Warrior is probably the second company to jump into the game in terms of optimizing the paddle geometry to try and improve the stick. Haven't used that stick yet, but Bauer's on generation 2. As I mentioned earlier, they've been doing the paddle geometry for quite a long time now, so many iterations and generations of that, and this stick is just absolutely jam-packed. It's got the advanced carbon layering, got the Textreme, got the 3K shaft. So hopefully next time we are touching base on this, I'm telling you how great this stick is. Can't wait to get this out on the ice and see if it lives up to the hype. But until then, check back for some more. If you're watching this on YouTube, please take a minute and subscribe. Really do appreciate that. And until next time, this is the GoalNet signing out.